To clear the air on the subject matter right now and set the record straight, I've got joining me via phone for a few minutes, INEC's Resident Electoral Commissioner here in Rivers State, Obbo Effanga. Commissioner, good evening to you. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Tayo.
Oh, thank you very much for your time. I'm aware that you're extremely busy right now, but let's get straight to it. What is the current status of the continuous voters registration exercise?
The continuous voter registration is continuing at this moment, and it is meant to end on the 30th of June, which is this month. As of this moment, no decision has been taken as to the extension, and if there is an extension, when exactly it would extend to. So for now, we are working with the provision that the registration will come to an end on the 30th of June. If and when it is extended, INEC would inform people. But as of this moment, INEC has not taken the decision to extend and when to extend it to.
But it appears that there might be an extension since a court has already granted an interim injunction until a certain matter brought before it by SERAP is fully addressed and fully discarded and done with. INEC cannot suspend the process. Am I right?
Well, you know that the matter is adjourned to the 29th of this month, which is before the last day of registration previously fixed by INEC. So we don't know what might happen in court there, whether that injunction would be vacated or not. So even if it's not vacated, then INEC would know what to do at that time. But for now, it is safe to say that registration will continue until the 30th of June. INEC has hinted even before now that it is willing to shift the deadline for the completion of this, but it has not decided when exactly it will be shifted to.
Now, what do you suppose? What is responsible, or what was responsible for this conflicting information? Because prior to yesterday, it appeared there was no confusion about it. INEC was said, we're ending this on June 30. SERAP had gone to court, yes, but the belief was still INEC is ending this June 30. And then a House of Reps committee member says, we've had meetings with INEC. INEC has agreed to extend the exercise by 60 days. And then INEC comes around to say, no, that did not happen. So where do you think this misinformation came from? Was there a meeting indeed? Did INEC agree to an extension but changed his mind afterwards? Did the House of Reps committee member misrepresent information, or what exactly happened?
Well, I think INEC has been consistent with its information. At the time when the chairman of INEC attended a youth event in Lagos, he said at that event that we have heard, INEC has heard from the youth clearly and understands them, and that we will take a decision on their demands to shift the deadline for the registration. So that was clear that it was on the table. It was on the table for consideration. At no time had INEC said specifically we are shifting, and we are shifting to this particular time or not. So INEC has been consistent with this communication.
Now, does this mean then that INEC is open to an extension of the CVR exercise?
I think that is clear enough from what the chairman said and what we have continued to say. The point is, yes, there's a strong possibility of extending this, but that decision has not been taken yet. The decision still remains that of INEC as a commission to make, as an independent commission to make, and that hasn't been done yet.
All right, so working with the current timetable, which means that the exercise will end June 30, that means then that we are just about in the final week or so before that deadline. How is the process going on at the moment? Is INEC having to deal with a lot more, and how are you dealing with the situation currently?
Well, we've had a lot more people come to register, and we are attending to them. I just left the office a while ago, and we quite a large number of people who came today, and we have expanded the scope of our work. More people are involved, and more machines have been used in the state office and in some of the local government areas where we have large turnout of people who have come to register.